need to follow them without being seen. Using the car won't work. I'm two Penguin's thugs will never return to their hideout if they can see the Batmobile.
It's the back! He's found us! What are we gonna do? Lose him! We gotta get off the road! Hey, hold on!
I need to follow them without being seen. Using the car won't work.
Try it, it ain't easy!
I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops.
Still on our tail!
I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops. I need to follow them without being seen. Using the Penguin truck has escaped.
Hey, Bruce. I've managed to track down one of Penguin's trucks. It's by the canal on Bleak Island.
Thanks, Nightwing. I'll approach on foot and shadow it to the weapons cache.
Oh God! What's he doing? What's he doing? He's tailing us! Keep driving! I thought Arkham City was fun, but this is another level.
They'll see me if I try and follow the truck in the Batmobile.
Oh God, it's the Bat! What the hell is he driving?
I'm losing sight of the truck. I should tag it with the disruptor so Penguin's thugs will never return to their hideout if they can see the Batmobile.
What are we gonna do? Lose him! We gotta get off the road! Hey, hold on! What the? Okay, walk along. We can lose this guy! Man, this car's fast! Lose him! Come on! I'm trying, it ain't easy! Damn it, he's back!
I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops.
He never had a chance of catching us! Told you couldn't keep up! The Bat's lost it! We gotta keep him away from the hideout!
I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops.
They will find us! Move! I'm going!
I need to follow them without being seen. Using the car won't work. This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first. I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops. I need to follow them without being seen. Using the car won't work.
Oh crap! It's Batman!
I'm too easily spotted in the car. I need to track them from above, using the rooftops. I locked them.
All right, sir. Connection established. As expected, sir, a small drone force has been deployed to stop you.
Batmobile spotted! He's by the shipping yard! Diamondback offline!
payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion. I shouldn't leave the car until the device has been dealt with.
Excellent work. Bomb defused.
Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefying comprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first.
No point getting out. Riddler's plan involves the car.
Solve tonight's very first riddle. Well done. Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test.
A challenge in the Cauldron train yard. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selina's life depends on it.
Really fast. No, Detective, turn around! Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. It seems you have lost. You know, Dark Knight, I never tire of seeing you fail. You fail. If you're feeling vainglorious enough for another attempt, Dark Knight, you must trundle back to the start of the course. all means, fail as much as you like. Tick-tock, detective, tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this? The other way, detective.
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
Altering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course? Careful, detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with it. Don't get too confused. Now, right. I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Ha! You failed! Your idiocy never ceases to... Well, actually, no. I have come to expect it. Actually, no. Oh, Batman. Don't make me come down there and show you how it's done. Did you engineer that car yourself, Batman? It would explain the numerous design flaws. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight! Once more! Now pay attention, detective. Go left. You're close, detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. No, 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 detective. Turn around. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. Too slow. What was that, a practice run? Try it again at some semblance of speed.
Speed!
If you can't understand the intellectual virtues of completing this trial, Batman, I'm not going to explain them to you. Faster, Batman! Like freeze! Or if you prefer, that Roman knockoff Mercury. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see even Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, Detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open.
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, Detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
Riddler's built beneath Chinatown. It's not going to stop me.
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, Detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. trial so elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the board.
Time to play the will my head explode game again. You better be right, Batman. Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
Commentary.
nothing left of this stinking city. What the? He's tailing us! Put your foot down! Go! The hell is that thing? It's the back. We're turning around. Go, go! Got our orders. Leave the riddle guy alone. Robots, man. Actual freaking robots. And did you see what he's built down there? It's huge. He doesn't share that.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. Oh, Dark Knight, that looked like it hurt. Did it? I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop? Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. Where did you learn how to drive? You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting in for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. what a racing line is? Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part. And here we go.
Congratulations. Simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. That's two down, Detective. Do be careful of the death trap en route to the next one. The only mammals capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. It must... How does that cape work? Shape memory fibers? Some sort of collapsible harness? An arrogant insistence that the laws of gravity do not apply to you? Got there eventually, Detective, making you literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. Your next key awaits you. Key?
I can't leave now. I have to help Selina choose the right key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part. Okay, time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh good, more fun.
Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait, Batman, wait. Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selina's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel games Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Ms. Kyle.
Back up! It's the bat! Try! Go! It's the bat!
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this, and then call the bat.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You figured it out already. Well, you better grab that. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me. Leave the blue ones to me.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line.
Leave the red ones to me.
Leave the blue ones to me.
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank me. Thank me.
Leave the blue ones to me.
You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bat. I was just hanging out in hell. You know, because you killed me and sent me there. And you'll never guess who I saw. That's right! Your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Now, don't worry. I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She also says, ow, ow! Is this a bullet in my sternum or a